What's up guys, my name is HJ and today I'm bringing you a review of Watch Dogs. Now for any of you who don't know what Watch Dogs is because you've been living under a rock for the last 2 years, Watch Dogs is a new IP by Ubisoft where you follow the life of Aiden Pearce, who is a vigilante and a hacker. And basically your goal is to make amends for wrongs that have happened earlier on in your life. And basically you do this through using the environment around you by hacking into it through your smartphone to gain information on certain whereabouts of people or just information about people, as well as taking down your enemies. Now the campaign in Watch Dogs is probably one of the most intriguing that I've ever played, simply because of its innovation. As mentioned earlier, Watch Dogs is basically a game where you use the environment around you to assist in redeeming yourself as a person. Overall, the length of the campaign is probably about 12 to 15 hours depending on how you go through it, whether you decide to blitz through it or do some side missions in between. I believe it took me about 13 or 14 hours to finish because now I only have about 16 hours playing time. I've finished the campaign and I've done some side missions as well. And you will also find that it is quite comparative to the way GTA plays, in the sense that it is a open world game and the missions are quite similar in terms of you have to go somewhere, kill someone, or find someone, take them somewhere. Just things like that. It's kind of what you'd expect out of a game like this. The character development in Watch Dogs is pretty average. From the start you really know what you're working for and the story doesn't develop too much from there. But overall I think the characters in themselves are interesting if you can find a way to sort of imagine the pasts and the futures of what will happen after the story is finished. Now the combat in Watch Dogs has been done really well in my opinion by Ubisoft. The cover system is excellent, probably one of the best that I've ever used in an open world third person game, and it's really challenging due to the lack of health that you have when you're in a combat situation. You have a vast range of weapons to choose from, but some of them are overpowered, such as the silenced pistol, and occasionally it's too easy to escape enemies just simply because you can neutralise their vehicles during a chase scene. The graphics aren't as good as what we saw at E3 in 2012, but it is still stunning visually, basically. And the occasional frame rate drops and lag spikes don't really take away from the overall experience, but it can become quite annoying when you're in the middle of a car chase and your frame rates just drop dramatically. The multiplayer is probably it could be the best part about this game. There's great innovation and it's fun and challenging in the multiplayer. Basically, you can hack into another person's game and go through, find them, hack into their phone, and they will have to find you. Same thing goes for them. They can do that and hack into yours. But they also use I believe it's companion app on the iPhone, and you can also use that to add to the multiplayer functionality of this game. The side missions in Watch Dogs are vast to choose from basically, but they're repetitive after doing it once or twice, and you'll find that doing fixer missions or trying to think of one of the other ones, one of the criminal convoys, it just becomes repetitive after a while and you will get bored of that. So if you're not really into, say you get bored really easily, I suggest doing them at different points of the campaign depending on what you like. The driving in Watch Dogs is challenging to begin with, but once you get the hang of it, it's really quite easy. The main complaint I had when I started driving in Watch Dogs was the fact that every time that you were in a car, the oversteer was incredible. I mean, you would go around a corner, admittedly you're probably going too quick to begin with, but you'd just lose control of the car way too easily, and it kind of became annoying, especially in the middle of car chase scenes. In my opinion, Watch Dogs is a really good game, despite what people are saying. It hasn't lived up to the hype that we expected it to because of previous E3 events. But basically, the people that are talking down to it are some critics and fans who have followed the game way too closely, and that was something that I took into account really early on when Watch Dogs was announced. I became a really big fan of it. I really wanted to get it when it came out, and I decided not to follow it too closely in the pre-release hype because I knew that if I overhyped myself to a point where the game wasn't realistically going to live up to my expectations, I'd be disappointed. and I can happily say that I wasn't disappointed by this game because I didn't expect more than what Watch Dogs could deliver. Watch Dogs is an excellent new IP, it's full of innovation and excellent visuals, and I'd also like to congratulate Ubisoft for breaking their own record for a new IP launch, as well as the industry sales record for a new IP launch in the first week. I believe they've sold over 4 million copies of Watch Dogs so far, which in itself is a great achievement. So congratulations to Ubisoft for that. Watch Dogs, as I said, it's a great game. If you're looking to buy it, go pick it up. I recommend it over anything that's been released this year. And yes, that includes Titanfall. I have played Titanfall a bit. I believe that Watch Dogs will keep you intrigued for longer, and it's just a better game overall. Watch Dogs, I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. As I said, it has its flaws, but it is a good game, and I really hope that Ubisoft continue with this IP and turn it into a franchise. So until next time, guys, my name is J. Goodbye.